Hey everyone, I am here with Ruben from the Lightmare team, and we have some really exciting things to go over today. We are going to take a look at the return of Rift Runs, the long anticipated game mode. And it's over here. You can see I have the casual tab selected, but now this Rift Run tab is available, so we can jump right in. And I'll turn things over to Ruben to tell you a little bit about what Rift Run is.
Hello, welcome. For anyone who doesn't know me, I'm Ruben. I'm the lead designer for Lightmare Studios, and today we're going to be going through Rift Runs, which is a new game mode that is getting introduced in the next patch. Um, for anyone who hasn't played this before in IW1, this is a limited drafting mode where you essentially construct a deck on the fly from multiple options and basically try to make the best deck you can from the options presented compared to constructed where you have full deck building. And you play your decks against other players, and you keep going until you either get 9 wins or 3 losses, and you gain increasing rewards based on your performance.
Awesome.
And so very excited for this. Limited game modes are one of my favorite things. I've been really pushing hard for this because it's a really great way to try out new cards, to sometimes have to play with cards you might over or undervalue, and also you can get some really spicy kind of combos and really see the potential of Infinity Wars.
Fantastic. Yeah, I and many others are really excited to dive into this. Before we take a look at what that looks like, I know we have this card back that you wanted us to mention here, and the quests related to the card back.
Yeah. So we wanted to not just give rewards for doing a single run, but we wanted to give people kind of medium and long term goals to try to achieve. And so we have kind of 3 tiers of different quests that are part of this system. And if you complete all 9 of those, so 3 different tiers of the 3 different types, you get this amazing Rift Run card back, which we think came out really nicely. And these are difficult. These are going to require a lot of games, but we think they're worthy goals to strive towards.
Totally. Very cool. All right, so with that, do we want to just kind of jump into things and see what it looks like?
I guess the last thing is when the game mode is released, it's going to be in a free to play mode. We basically want to give people access to the Rift Runs as much as possible. We want people to stress test it, try to break the system, etc. We're going to be doing, pretty rapid updates after it comes out. And when it's in kind of either when the next set comes out, or when we feel it's and when we feel it's in a really solid state, we'll be turning on essentially like a ticket system, a token system that's to enter, and people will be getting free entries every month, as well as you can win additional entries or buy them from the store. And it just means that the prizes are currently turned off as well for like individual runs, just while it is in free to play mode, and those will be turned on once the tokens are released.
Got it. Thanks for that clarification. And I think that is very important, that people know that it is free and it is all you can eat right now, which is amazing. I am going to be probably playing a lot of Rift Run, and I think other people are as well. And we're looking forward to seeing the mode grow as it continues to improve.
So let's get into a run
All
for
right.
sure.
So I'm just going to hit start here. And here is our first selection. And you can see this is going to be a commander choice for me. So it's going to impact the faction identity of my deck and also goes into the command zone.
Yeah, that's right. And you get a choice from five commanders. Um, however, so this is slightly expanded from normal. Most regular deck picks are four picks. However, you don't get a reroll, and the reason for this is we found that people just used all their rerolls on their commanders because they're so important. Instead, this means you sometimes have to try out something a bit different, or you can't always force that triple warpath deck or something. But obviously, all our options here are all single purity or factionless because it'll never give you a pick that will make your deck illegal. Um, Something to keep in mind.
Got it. That makes a lot of sense. And I think right away we can see Rita is going to be a strong pick for me. And I also
Very.
see that this is the version of Rita that I own. Is that the expectation for cards in Rift Run in general?
Yeah, so we originally kind of tested around with kind of having different rarities show up, etc. However, because we give all the cards out for free, and also because of that, it doesn't really make sense to do things like the old like buying of your deck, etc. As well as some of the other reasons of changed rarity, which we'll get into. Um, Instead, we were like, okay, well, let's reward people for having like a blinged out collection. Let's instead showcase basically the highest rarity in your collection for that card. And that'll appear as part of the riff run. And so this is kind of another reason to, open packs, etc., to, get those colored cards because you can show them off, not just in Constructed, but in Rift Run as well.
Yeah, this is a feature I think is really awesome. I'm really excited to see that my gold alternate art Rita is available for me to pick, and I think other people who love collecting cards are gonna really appreciate that as well. Okay, so we're on pick 2 for commanders here. Not nearly as cut and dry. Like, what is the best card here?
Indeed, like Merlin's like the most powerful card, but picking a factionless commander is obviously a bit risky.
Mhm.
Um, Altar, I mean, Acolyte of the Altar can be decent. We could try going Demon Tribal with Alpha Demon.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at Alpha Demon the most because we're already in Veror, so we can kind of lean into those demon synergies that are between those two
Mm.
factions. The other ones are too much of a coin flip whether it turns into something that we actually want.
Indeed.
Merlin's not bad, but the loss of a faction for him in the command zone is kind of rough. So let's just do Alpha
Yeah.
Demon.
Yeah, and that brings us to one of the major changes that we've made to the game mode is that the rarity of a card in Rift Run is not related to its rarity in a pack.
Ah,
So we have basically totally disconnected those, and that because we want Rift Runs to essentially give the best experience, the best gameplay experience. We want it to be full of interesting choices. We want, we want to, some cards we want to make more common, some cards we want to make less common, and we can't really do that via the kind of pack rarity because it's not fair to people if they're like, okay, I'm grinding for like a legendary, I pulled it, oh, they changed it to a uncommon like in the next patch. It doesn't feel fair to people's old collections, and so this allows us to kind of just tweak the numbers behind the scenes for riff runs and not disrupt people's collections.
yeah, that seems like a great solve. So now that we're on our third commander pick, I have a question here. So Putrefying Elkmare is a card that I'm tempted to go for here, but it's a dual faction card. Will I be able to pick which faction it represents?
Yep. So the way that that like multi-faction or hybrid things work is they'll let you pick, just with the exception of if say it was a multi-faction rather than a hybrid, it would if only one of those options was legal, it would automatically force it to be that option. But it comes up with a menu and lets you cancel like beforehand. It lets you know, right? So
Perfect.
here,
Cool.
yep.
Yeah, so let's pick the Exiles variant if we
Yep.
can.
Oh,
Oops.
well.
Uh,
Why wasn't it letting you choose the Excel token? That's really annoying.
well, that is
Okay.
okay. That's why it is free right now, is so that we can bug test.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll be tuning out those issues, but that's fine.
I think I'm gonna go
Yeah.
in on
Well,
the
just,
rabid
let's just
rabbit.
quickly go. So
Sure.
this is these are your deck picks now. So you've chosen your three commanders, and you can see here you've got this new button, re-rolls, and it says remaining two. And so essentially, if none of these options are good, if you're between a rock and a hard place with your choices, you can decide to spend one of your limited re-rolls, and that'll refresh the pick, and it has a couple of extra rules, like it won't ever show the same card. You can never like re-roll and be like, oh, there's just rabbits again, and this is annoying. I wasted my re-roll, but yeah. So this just kind of gives a little bit of extra control when you're making your picks, but you got to decide when to use it.
Totally. And I appreciate the amount of thought that has gone into this. I remember I have a really, really old screenshot of from way back in the day of a Rift Run panel where I think three of my cards were the same card. It
Mm.
was a memorable
I,
moment.
I think I maybe watched that video because like we did a lot of research into the strengths and weaknesses of the old game mode to make sure we're getting this right.
All right. So let's see. And this is again showcasing that Rift Run makes you make some hard choices because none of these are like obvious cards we
Yeah,
want to lean into.
I mean, like Dirty Devil's like is a devil for our alpha demon. Deadly is like always decent.
Yeah, yeah. Madness. Um, I think dehumanize is just fine. It's like decent removal.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, notably, like some of the big, like chunky blocks of stats can also be pretty good in this riff run. Often little bit decks are a little bit less efficient, finely tuned than constructed. So I could definitely get away with that. But picking removal is never a bad idea.
so Rock Chucker if we really want to go heavy into demon. But Veror Channeler, this is a card that doesn't get played much in constructed Infinity Wars, but I think this card is quite good in Rift Run because it affects the board immediately, and it's in a sense it's kind of a lot of stats for one
Yeah,
card.
it can make your reader like priestess tokens kind of really scary out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Suddenly they're 7/4s.
yeah, let's go for that. Blood Crazed Initiate is great. If you can get that Bloodthirst stacked up high, and then Candid is always good. Tempted to
think
go.
I don't think we're quite a pack mentality deck.
Probably not.
But yeah, but definitely one thing we're trying to do is allow you to not just make decks that are kind of piles of the best cards individually, but also try to build around some synergies, etc. So making sure that there are chances to pick those kind of higher synergy cards.
Cool. Okay, so Dirty Devil seems like a reasonable pick here, and then Canopy Defender, recently buffed for Rift Run. But Dirty Devil, I just feel like is so safe.
Yep, for sure.
There's a demon synergy. Ruins is also just good.
Are we doing it? Going full demons?
I mean, it's tempting. I don't know if it's. I mean, it's probably the wrong decision. But
I mean, having Alpha Demon as a commander does make it just a lot more consistent.
Yeah, we may as well just see how. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, we're getting there. I guess we're just doing it. And yeah, you can see the statistics down here. This is really important. You want to make sure that your deck isn't kind of all like 1-drops or all like 8-drops, etc.
Right.
And this just helps you kind of make sure you're crafting exactly what you need, because you can get late into the draft and be like, oh, I don't have enough 2-drops. Quick, take anything.
So here I'm thinking either Chaos in the Ranks or honestly, I might try the reroll.
Yeah, sure.
we'll go with chaos in the ranks right now. I'm scared to
Okay.
spend my reroll early.
Yeah. And so you can see at the top here, we're at pick 10 out of 40. Yeah, so plenty of picks to go.
Summoner of the Deep kind of ties things together with our commanders because we can sack Rita tokens and make demons.
That's pretty good. And then like there'll be what, 6/6 flyers we've consumed.
Uh yeah, yeah, 6/6 flyers. Let's do that. Demonborn and Hellmouth Laborer. It's a tough call.
Yeah, which one do we think's better here? Like Hell Demonborn's obviously cheaper. Hellmouth Laborer is kind of just more overall impact. Um
I kind of am of the opinion that until I'm proven wrong, picking the biggest guy tends to be good. Demonborn's great if we get a lot of demons, but I don't know if we can guarantee the synergy required to like make it relevant.
yeah, sounds good.
Waste Chucker, great one drop. It's also a demon. It seems like a easy choice here. Ashes to Ashes is kind of premium removal.
Oh yeah. I mean, Devil
Okay.
of Despair is quite nice.
Hmm. Word of Command and Painful Lesson are both like fine cards. I think they're a little less impactful than some of the other things we've picked so far, but Word of Command, if we ever get the Ashes to Ashes situation, that's
Yep,
pretty
yep.
good. Let's try that.
Yeah, because like those types of yeah, ability cards, can be really good in the like kind of Genesis Varor kind of spell slinging deck. But don't really have those synergies at the moment.
Another Summoner of the Deep for some consistency there, and Master of Demons. Hungry
Mm-hmm.
Devil's a alternative, but I think Master of Demons, if you can
Yeah, we
pull it
don't.
off, is so good.
Well, getting it even to like a 7/7 is like ridiculous a
All
lot of
right,
the time.
this is the moment we save the reroll for. I think.
Yeah, yeah. So let's click that.
Hmm,
Okay, so we've got some different options here. A lesser main deck, not as strong as in Command, but like
it's not bad
still,
though.
yeah, not bad. Rabid Rabbit, if we kind of feel we need some defensive speed.
I think with Rita in our command zone, we probably don't need that. I might just go for the Alita because it's not great to have in the deck, but she's got a lot of health, so
Hmm. Hmm.
it's another Demon Born. May as well. We've got a lot of Hellmouth laborers at this point.
You're getting
Um,
very lucky at those.
I think I can take a third, but I think taking a fourth would be a mistake.
I agree with that.
uh, one of many
Ooh,
is fine.
you're not a Twins in Grey deck. Like
No.
that's a great top end for like the right type of raw deck.
Yeah, and we've already kind of got our top end figured out with Hellmouth Laborer. Um,
Yeah, I mean, you don't have enough discard for the Demon's Wastes, I don't think.
I'm tempted to use the other reroll now.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, unstable demons, all right.
Yep.
Dust to dust is okay.
Yeah.
For some reason it doesn't have text,
Okay.
but
We'll.
noted, right?
Yeah.
I'm picking it anyways. That's so wild. Um, Waste Chucker, I think, is the pick. Ashes to Ashes again, probably the pick. Hellkeeper's okay too, but Ashes to Ashes is just really good. Puppet the
Yeah. I mean, like,
Feeble.
I could have seen like Hellkeeper just to get your laborers if you had only had like one, but because you've gotten three, it's like probably fine.
Right.
Um, Broken Discipline is like, kind of quasi removal.
I think it's
Slightly
good.
low. Yeah, slightly lower tier, but like still decent. Puppet the Weak can be
It's a great piece if you can be aggressive, but I feel like
Yeah,
in Rift Run, it's hard to guarantee that you're going to be the most aggressive deck at the table.
indeed. It looks like you need a bit more like 4 and 5 drops, kind of a bit of kind of mid-range bulk, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting into the second half of the draft.
Hulking Sniper is just a really solid card. Denial of Reason's okay. I think I might go for Hulking Sniper.
Yeah, because your Master of Demons aren't usually ones you want to play out turn one. So,
Got another Waste
ooh,
Chucker, and then Helix Worm is just like a god tier card in Rift Run.
yeah, yeah. So Helix Worm is like real spicy because it's single purity, but also just like so much stats. Um,
It's
yeah, it's
amazing top end.
yeah, definitely like one of the cards we'll be keeping an eye on. Its rarity in Rift Run.
I think I'm gonna grab it. I think it's too good to not take. Daniel Money, one of the few cards I don't own. He's come to taunt me with his gray gray aesthetic. Um,
I mean, he's not bad if you didn't already have a bunch of 7 drops.
right. I think I really like Angel's Bane. This is a card I use
Yeah,
a lot. I think there's some other players who've picked it up as a really strong card as well, but this card's so good. Let's
yeah.
grab
Just,
that.
disrupting the command zone can just be very effective.
Perils in Command is okay. I think I might go for that. Sit.
Yeah. The like you're a little weak to flyers, but I'm not sure the hunter is necessarily good enough.
And we do have the two Summoner of the Deep, so we can get
True, true.
flyers. Um, I'll take Perils of Command and just assume that other people have some really strong commanders too. This is not a great set of four here.
I mean, symbiote's fine. The recursion especially, and the dragon ability is like much better in Rift Run.
That's true. Yeah, the dragon ability is pretty important for Rift Run.
Otherwise, like jungle giants, like just big stats.
Right. This is tough. I guess I don't have many four drops, so we'll take Superior Symbiote. This is a demon, and for those of you who played Rift Run way back in the day, there was a point in time where I was of the opinion that you pick every single disease brute you see. So if that holds up with like the newer meta, another Dirty Devil, another Waste Chucker.
Another sorceress. Probably don't want a sorceress, huh?
I think I really like Waste Chucker.
Yeah.
We've even got three of them now, so I know we don't have that many picks left, but we could probably pick some cards with Exile and turn on that discard synergy. This is not a great set of picks.
I think you just go the chunky stats with Jungle Giant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's less risky than Two Face.
Ooh, this is a tough one. Deathray is just amazing. Infected Devil is also really good.
And this is where you're like, give me the whole pack.
Yeah. Ooh, this is I Deathray, you just can't go wrong with Deathray.
Yeah, yeah.
Kidnapped by Demons is another great one. Hungry Devil. I think I'll take the Kidnapped by Demons. I don't think I want to run that.
You don't have enough expensive cards. Like, yeah.
Drop
I-
Bear is just solid.
Yeah, drop outs just, yeah.
And I
So,
kind of think of it as like a 5-drop,
indeed. A hasty 5-drop.
right? This is another really rough set of picks. Reckless Abandon could maybe do something.
I think if you get Reckless Abandoned on like an early Master of Demons or
Or I throw it on like throw it on this guy late game.
yeah.
Hulking Sniper again, just really good. This is a demon, and I I do have a few things that'll turn on that exile because I have those 3
Mm.
waste checkers. Hulking sniper, we already have 1. We've already got a bunch of 1-drops too, and Rita who
Well,
makes more 1-drops.
yeah, I guess I wouldn't consider the Master of Demons. You don't want to be casting them.
Yeah, it's not really a 1-drop, but I think of Rita as being like infinite source of.
True, true.
I'm gonna go with the frenzied monstrosity, Hellcaller,
Oh yeah.
and adaptive brute. These are both good.
Which one's Adaptive Brute again? Oh my
Uh,
God, it's me.
he you can overcharge him to get some
Six-
damage in.
Yeah, the face burn. Yeah, okay.
I've got a lot of 3-drops, and I think
But this one gets you your 7-drop.
that's true, but I feel like I may, because I have 3 of them, I might just organically draw into them by turn 7 anyways.
Mm.
I have
I
a
can see.
personal soft spot for this card. I used to play it a lot back in the day.
The art is really nice.
And this is our last pick. Varroa Channeler. We picked it earlier for a good reason, and I think that reason still holds up. So that'll be it.
Yep. Perfect. And yeah, so you can see here, it's got your kind of wins and losses on the side here. Sorry, on the bottom here. And so basically, as you play matches, these will turn into wins and losses, and then yeah, basically showcase your prize increasing prizes once the free to play mode is turned off.
Amazing.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess any questions that you have? Yeah, we're really excited to showcase, and it'll be coming very soon, probably. Yeah, probably either late this week or early next week.
Amazing. I'm really excited, and I think other people are going to be super excited too. It looks great, and it seems incredibly well thought out, and you did a great job explaining everything.
Excellent. Yeah, well, if you have, if anyone has any questions, wants to know more, yeah, hit us up on the Discord, and yeah, we'll probably be doing a bunch of like Rift Run streams ourselves as well. So yeah, because I'm definitely looking forward to getting into some games.
All right, thanks, folks, and we'll see you out on the Rifts.